Hey yo, what is going on today, fam? So we're back again today with another banger, and today we're gonna be installing N75 Stage 2 tune on my Hyundai Elantra N. So we're doing this for a few reasons, and the most important reason of all is to get rid of Hyundai's horrible idea that is octane learning. For those of y'all that don't know, octane learning is pretty much every time you refill the car, it takes between a quarter to half a tank to realize what type of fuel is in the vehicle to give you full boost, which sucks. So I'm so tired of that. Don't want to deal with it anymore. So what we have here is everything that's needed to go stage 2, right? N75, they recommend 3 things to go stage 2. One being an intake of your choice, doesn't matter which brand. Another being a high flow, high pressure fuel pump. I went with a RPM Performance, but you can go 6, you can go N75, you can go OEM Hyundai Sonata. There's a bunch of different options out there. I'm not here to tell you which one is best, but the fact that you'll need it for a stage 2 tune. You're also going to need heat range. I forget what the heat range of these plugs are, but you're going to need colder spark plugs as well. N75 actually will sell you a set of spark plugs with your tuning package, but if you want to buy them on your own, this is the part number right here that you will need. And then last but not least, you're going to need some form to actually get the tune on your vehicle. So there's 2 options you have here. You can go with a full-blown spare ECU where they tune a separate ECU. You install it, you go. The other one is you buy something like a EK1 Mini, which I have here. This is a tuning device similar to a Cobb access port if you're familiar with Subarus, things like that, where it allows you to upload a tune to the vehicle. You'll be able to switch tunes on the fly. The reason why I went with the EK1 Pro Mini instead of a spare ECU was because the Pro Mini allows you to take data logs and you're actually able to send it back to your tuner to get your tune refined, things like that, which you cannot do with a spare ECU. I mean, I guess you could take it out, send it back, but this is much easier. You can send email files back and forth. Makes the whole thing a lot simpler. So the first thing we're going to be doing here is actually replacing our OEM spark plugs with these NGK units. So all you're going to have to do, take off your engine cover you haven't already, pull it up. If you see here, you have 4 coil packs, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to take off these electrical connectors right here. They kind of have the little safety ones, so I'm going to have to figure out, literally all you do, pull that out, push down, pull off like that. So you're going to do that for all 4 of these. Then you have a 10 mil bolt holding each one. And once you get that 10 mil bolt out, you'll be able to pull those coil packs right off. So I'm going to knock that out, and then we'll get on to the next part. All right, so got all our coil packs up here. I keep in the order of the cylinder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So next thing, we need to remove our actual OEM spark plugs. What will make this job a little bit easier for you is if you have a magnetic retriever. If you don't, that's fine. Take some electrical tape and put it inside of your spark plug socket, and that will create enough friction to lift those bad boys up for you. You'll need a 5/8 spark plug socket. Most standard tool kits will come with some form of it, but yeah, a nice little extension will get it done. We're gonna put those bad boys in there, and then I'll start taking all 4 of those spark plugs out. Then we'll get our new spark plugs installed. Then we'll move on to what is next. All right, so just to show you how the magnetic retriever tool can come in handy. Oh, I guess I didn't get that spark plug all the way loose. Just come out straight like that. Throw it in the box. So I've started these spark plugs by hand. N75 does pre-gap them for you, so they are ready to install as soon as you get them. If you want the link to this little Amazon electric ratchet wrench, I will definitely include it in the description for a link where you can buy it. Comes in handy. Definitely comes in handy. But I'm gonna go ahead, snug up these spark plugs, get our coil packs installed, and we will move on. Spark plugs are in, coil packs are reinstalled, plugged back up, all that good stuff. Next thing we're gonna do is change our high pressure fuel pump. So I'm about to try something a little bit different. I see most videos when they install these, they pull a fuse, they let the car drain the fuel, starve itself out. Try something a little bit different, right? So the car's been sitting all night, has not been started. So I'm gonna try not to pull that fuse and see just if the high pressure fuel line still has a whole bunch of pressure to it. If it doesn't, cool. If it does, then I'll do the other method. But so first thing I want to do is unplug this electrical connector right there. Bam, that's cool. Next thing, come up here. That comes up like that. Then you're gonna need to grab a little flathead. There's a little like T-clamp, little safety joint to where you can get this off. Once you get that unclipped, now you can take this off here. So from there, oh, this came off. A little bit of fuel came out. Nothing too crazy as you saw. So this is return line though, but a little fuel came out. All I did was push this fitting in, then took flathead like that to pull that back, and I was able to pull it back like that. Pretty easy. Okay. So next thing we're gonna want to do, grab an adjustable to remove this hard line here. Then we got what looks to be two 10mm nuts on both sides. So I'll pause the video here. And we're back. Now for the high pressure line, let's see. This has been sitting overnight. No mess at all. A little bit of fuel leakage, but that's fine. Clean it up with a rag. Take your two 10mm out. Make sure you put them somewhere where you don't lose them. I always like to put them up by the up by the windshield wiper. It has like the perfect little space to hold bolts and nuts. All right, so from there we got everything out. Now we're just gonna lift up, just like that, and she's out. No stress, no drama, no nothing. We are gonna have to take this gasket that's on the old one to put it on the new one. Comes off, got like these little clips. Nothing crazy. And just like that, that comes off. So this is our old one. I'll put it on a little rag. Put this gasket on our new one right here. Clean off the little mating area with a rag. Now we're going to insert our new high pressure fuel pump in. I'm just going side to side, letting the bolts slowly compress that spring that's in there for me. Remember, you're going into an aluminum valve cover. You don't want to go too crazy on these and possibly strip a thread nor break one of these in. Just nice and snug, should be good. From there, we can reattach our return line. Just pulls in the snaps. You're good to go there. Now we're gonna get our hard line back on that Johnny. Boy, okay. Now, last but not least, let's go ahead and plug in our electrical connector there. Put this bad boy back on. Like there. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try to start the car now. Might take a couple cranks to get the fuel pump on. There we go. Running like normal. No check engine light, seems smooth. Okay, so we did all the prerequisites before we installed the tune. So now it's actually time to install the tune. And I've already, so once you buy this, there's some steps you have to go. You got to do a boot mod, a whole bunch of other things. There's a bunch of good videos on YouTube already on how to do these things, so I will not be showing you how to do it, right? But I got my tune already installed here. So now I need to install it in the car. So we're gonna have to plug this in to the OBD2 sensor, well, port, excuse me. All right, and we're gonna turn on our ignition. All right. Then we're gonna power on this little device. All right, let's see. I think it's power mode. All right, now we're gonna need to write the ECU. All right, says you just need to turn on your ignition. All right. Now we got our stage 2 tune on the bottom there, so I'm gonna go down to the 3rd setting and then hit enter. It's checking the file. All right, now it is uploading that stage 2 tune. The car is gonna start doing things, going through checks, all types of little things, and I just have to let it do its thing. You'll hear little beeps, you'll see wardens going off. That is normal. So I'm gonna let this thing do its thing. And we are done. So I'm gonna go to the gas station right quick, get some gas, and then we'll see how this base map feels. I still, full disclosure, I still need to do 2 more logs to get some revisions sent back and forth, just to iron out any problems that may be with the tune. But overall, we are good to go. So let me start this bad boy up. No problems at all, no check engine lights. All right, I'm excited to experience this. It's gonna be fun. All right, y'all, N75 Stage 2 tune. I've already spoken to Daniel. I sent him my logs. Daniel's the tuner for N75. So the car is now 93, Stage 2 93 octane tune. So let's get it with a 2nd gear pull from, we'll do 4,000. Woo-hoo! Woo! Car feels absolutely solid. Feels great. The car pulls strong. I've been driving with this setup for about 2-3 weeks now. No drivability issues to note. The car drives well. It still gets around. You know, until you get on it, like, you wouldn't know the car was tuned at all. Let's get a little bit of brake boost in 3rd gear. Let's see. Peak boost says 20. I don't know if I'm making more than that, but that's what it says. God, car feels super solid with the tune. The reason why I went with N75 was the fact that you can send logs back, and, you know, Daniel can do different things just for you at your request. I will say one of the things I don't love about the tune, and it's something that Daniel couldn't really figure out, was the fact that the tune, when you go to red line, it automatically upshifts for you. And those that track your car, you know, sometimes you might be coming into a corner and you might want to bounce off red line for 1 to 2 seconds briefly, just so you don't have to catch the next gear, just to downshift again. So I don't love that, but overall, I don't think that's going to affect lap times or anything that much. But just something to note. Let's see if we can get a quick launch control. Oh, it's set. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, it won't let me pull launch control. Okay, I'll just take off. That's first. We're spinning, we're spinning, we're spinning, we're spinning. We got traction. And bam. Oh man, this thing pulls. It's legitimately quick. It is legitimately quick. Legitimately quick. Like, the car feels pretty solid. I don't have any complaints with this tune. I mean, it's solid. The car runs good. You know, like, one thing I haven't reached out to Daniel about was sometimes with the AC on while just idling, you know, sometimes it feels like the car's like missing a little bit, but it hasn't triggered like a check engine light or anything like that. And I know if I just reach out to him and tell him, like, I'm sure he'll be able to work a little bit of magic and just dial that out a bit in the car. But other than that, man, the car feels solid, like legitimately solid. Let's see, put in manual. I'm gonna just give y'all first gear from 3000. Spinning, still spinning, but that E-diff does a really good job of putting it down. For those of y'all that's interested on my tire setup, I'm on 245, 40, 18 Potenza races, so they're a pretty sticky tire. But overall, I'm very happy with this tune. If I had to do it all over again, I would still go with N75. If you're on the edge about which tuner to go with and you're watching this video because you just wanted to hear an opinion on it, I would definitely recommend N75 for your tuning needs. Overall, I'm happy with the product, and I think you will be too. But other than that, if you have any questions, please put them below in the comments. But take it easy. I'm out.